at Bahrain, Dazed Freak, the American voice of RSF1, alongside my co-commentator, the Northern Irishman, Galaxy Connor. How are you doing today, man?
Good, good. Looking forward to this. F2, very competitive tier.
Certainly is. If you haven't watched the streams for F2, they are on YouTube. Or you can catch last week's stream, which was at Spa-Francorchamps. And speaking of, they signed a 1-year contract extension. We will be racing back in the Ardennes Forest next year. I am quite happy to see that. Although I gotta say, yesterday's race was not the most entertaining Belgian Grand Prix I've watched in my lifetime. Not the worst, because that obviously belongs to 2021.
Well, I actually
certainly
wasn't
not the best either.
able to watch that race, but from the headlights it looked like an alright race.
Yeah.
Then
What Max
just
Verstappen did in that race
away.
was insane.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, the rest of the race was not exactly as great. Wasn't terrible by any stretch. It just wasn't a great race.
Yeah.
At least in my opinion. If you have a differing opinion, let me know in the Twitch chat.
Ferrari coming out now, and a Red Bull. The Q1 session was full lobby today.
Yeah, that we do. RSF1 Shane will be the first man out of the pits. Following him is the Red Bull of Crazy Fish. They're trying to get in their laps real early.
Yep.
I'm so used to the F1 manager controls on changing the camera angle, I keep trying to use my right stick.
Yeah. So, who will be first across the line to start their lap? I think it is Shane.
Well, unless Shane backs off on this, it's more than likely going to be him. What are your thoughts on this track? Are you any good here? Is this a favorite track of yours? Do you hate this track?
No, I really, really hate it. I've not done any practice yet for my league race. But yeah, I really hate to the hairpin always spin down there.
And turns 9 and 10, definitely not an easy duo of corners to get right.
Yes.
I've done about a total of 3 hours of practice for this track. Much, much, much less than previous. Last week I didn't do a whole lot of practice for Belgium. I've been playing F1 Manager so much, by the time I realized, oh yeah, I got to do my practice for league races. It's almost the day of the race.
Yeah, I done a bit of practice for my league race around Spa, and I came P7, I believe, in F3. Oh, and Shane spun it.
Oh, and he nearly got in front of the Mercedes of Slither and me. So we move on to Crazy Fish, who's now come through turn 3 to the second DRS zone.
Yep.
Way down to second gear, right back up to 4th on the exit. Turn 5 now 6, 7.
Ooh,
Down to first gear for turn 8, right back up to 3rd. He did.
Here it's very easy to mess this bit up, but he does do it absolutely perfectly. Hit the apex nicely, all the cars getting out of his way.
That they are. Now coming to turn 11, 3rd, 4th, 5th gear now, all the way up to 6th gear immediately.
Yes.
Oh, we went to the wrong camera angle again. Oof. Out of turn 13.
Coming around.
Did not catch the sector times he put up. My apologies on that one.
Final corner
5th gear
now.
on the exit of the final corners.
What B is for the first lap of the Q1 session around Bahrain in F2 will be a 1:29.7.
Not a bad lap to start off. Steffi now crossing line and starting his hot lap. The
Danny
next
boy,
man we are going to is
Danny boy coming around the last corner. What can he do?
Opens the DRS into the line. It's a 30.2.
Oh, and
Cornish.
Cornish as well.
Once again showing off his quali pace at 29.4. You know, so far this season, the AlphaTauris have looked absolutely amazing in quali. Not as much in the race, at least not for Cornish, who has just had the worst luck starting this season. And on the opposite end of that garage, his teammate Grunty leads the championship after winning the first 3 races and the sprint race at Spa.
Yes. Good season.
We've got
from
yellows
AlphaTauri so
for
far.
one of the Mercedes. They spun off, I believe. Just trying to stay out of the way of everyone. And the other one is the Red Bull of Arash Alonso. Is he?
Arash is beached, yes.
Yeah, he cannot move. He might get disqualified for this, and he has been.
Why reset the track?
I don't know if you're allowed to reset the track, and
If you're
I
beached,
don't think
I
you'd
think
want
you're
to
allowed
in
to.
quali.
No, that's
But
not good
an
for him.
unfortunate start for Arash Alonso, who's disqualified after not even putting up a lap. Alexander Demas, in the meanwhile, puts up a 29.0. It's pole position for the McLaren. Breezy at 29.2 at P2. 29.3 as Steffi crosses the line. He takes P3. Grunty, P4, 29.4. 29.7 for P5. Crazy Fish. Benny Boy, a 30.2 and a 30.2 for RSF1 Shane as well. Slither and me coming out of the final corner. He's invalidated his lap. He's going to come back into the pits. So Grunty will be the next man to cross the line. He will be starting his hot lap, though. Genghis Logan will be the next man across the line. His first 2 sectors were a 1:18, though, so he might not be putting up a very competitive time here.
Just a banker lap, really.
Certainly.
Coming into the pits.
No, he's okay. The next man across the line will be Tornado.
Can he beat the current 129.0? Nope. It was P5 to 127.
Takes P5 by a 1/100th of a second over the Red Bull of Crazy Fish, who was coming back out again. It's only Q1. I'm not sure.
PC driver on pole at the minute. Alexander Demas. Who on a lap now? Grunty. He's coming into the final sector now. Nice through here. Under the big straight line.
107.1. Through the first 2 sectors, what can he do in this final sector here?
He's coming around the final corner now. It's looking good so far.
DRS.
29.2.
It's P2 for the AlphaTauri. Wow.
Luke Jupp says in chat you are allowed to reset the track if you're beached.
Oh boy. I'm maybe Alonso didn't know that.
Well, at least he's trying to respect the rules. Who's on lap now? Maddie?
Maddie's on a lap. Hold on.
Eagle as well, the lobby host on a lap in first sector. Oh, and there's a Haas. Haas is spun up and he's out of the session. Who is that Haas? Is Puella? Puella the Haas. He's lost.
Poea, yeah, he's spun out of turn 8, and he oh. Man. Sorry. Had to leave for a moment. Deal with my kids.
Stygian warming up his tires for his first flying lap of the session. Yellow flag in sector 3, that's just a slow car.
I believe it was for Matty. He was slowing down to get into the pits. Let's see who we've got here.
Stygian about to start his flying lap.
Well, Corky on his end of his hot lap across the line. It's a 29-0. He misses out on pole by 0.008 of a second.
That is unlucky. Very close.
And it looks like he gave a bit of a toe to Shane. Right at the end of his lap.
There's a Mercedes in front of Stygian. He's getting a bit of a toe off the Mercedes, but with
We got a yellow in sector 1. It's for Benny Boy out of turn 4.
Mercedes is just impeded Stygian. There's Aston Martin off as well. Sector 1. Mercedes still not getting out of Stygian's way. What is this Mercedes doing?
Good question.
Mercedes?
Oh, what is Corky doing? Corky just came across the track while a driver on a hot lap was coming around. Leave the car going slow there. No, it's Eagle is going slow to get out of people's way.
The Mercedes impeded Stygian about 3 times there. That would definitely go to the stewards.
Definitely, it very well might be.
And he will find himself on the YouTube video. Stygian may be a bit angry.
Certainly going to be some displeasure after all is said and done. We've got Willem. It looks like I don't know if this guy's a Richard Verschoor fan or what, but this looks like it's supposed to say Willem Verschoor. The PS4 player for now is what I'm gonna know him until I can find out what. I'll call him Willem for now. 107.1 in the first 2 sectors. Looks like he could be putting up a good lap here. We're gonna ride along with him. Come down to the penultimate straight.
Yep, and then we're in the last corner. Yep, nice and tidy through there. We'll probably see him through the Q2. What will it be though?
DRS into the line. It's a 129.0. It's P3. McLaren looking mighty fast right now.
Yep.
Next man across the line. Looks like it might be Tornado.
Stygian back in the pits.
Will be.
Let's get out soon.
Tornado might be coming into the pits here though. He will. So our next driver will be the Mercedes of Slither and me. She comes into the pits.
Yeah, Corky did. He held Stygian up a good bit. The first.
Yeah, because Stygian was about 3 seconds off the pace in the middle sector. You already know he was not. That was definitely not his best lap as we ride with Shane. He spins out of turn 13.
I don't think Shane's got the setup right here.
Might have been looking to get onto the power a little too early.
I think it's his setup. He keeps spinning. Oh, and that's Corky and Grunty. Is that?
Oh no, they're in the pits. They've retired in the pits.
Yeah, I was worried there because I was on board with Shane.
Oh no, trust me, I get that. I get that feeling sometimes too. I've got to check the whole track to make sure. Breezy also satisfied with his lap. Steffi also retiring from the session. I would say if you're 10th or below, you're probably looking to put up one more lap. Everyone in the top 9, I feel like, are relatively safe. Slither and me retires in the pits. He's in 13th. Taking a massive gamble there to start off.
Star Stoffen says, "Oh, the first PS pony in our league, the PlayStation." I don't know.
Yep.
Who is it?
It's the other It's the other McLaren, excuse me, in P3. It's Willem.
Is he in our league? Yeah.
He is. Yes, he joined like less than a week ago.
And got a seat, or it's just a reserve?
I think he's a reserve for now. You always start off as a reserve.
Okay.
Stitching across the line, he's going to start his hot lap now. Right along with him.
Crazy
Top speed
fish
of
coming out of the
207
pits
miles
as
an hour
well.
as he dives into turn 1. Only second gear out
Stitching.
to third. Fourth gear now to turn 2. Full throttle for turn 3. Opens the DRS for the second DRS zone. Heading into turn 4 now. He's going to shift all the way down to third. Immediately bringing it back up to fourth.
Alexander boy, I will take it.
Turn 5 now. Turn 6. Fifth gear for turn 6. Turn 7, he's up to 6th. Almost lose the rear end. He got a little bit of oversteer. Not much, but a little bit. Third gear through 8th. Turn 8. Now through the very, very awkward downhill hairpin. It's second gear hairpin usually. He brings it up to third on the exit. We got a yellow in sector 2. I believe it's for a Red Bull. I'm guessing it's Crazy Fish. Now down to 5th gear here for turn 11. Going full throttle through turn 12. He can do it. Good job from him. It's a 107.4 through the first 2 sectors. Not enough for pole, but he might not be looking for pole.
Going on the straight.
Well, Stygian is definitely one of the faster drivers in this division. As he's coming into the final 2 corners now, turns 14 and turn 15, the little kink right after. Power down, DRS open to the line. It's a 29.4. It's P9 for the Williams. He just overtakes his teammate by a couple of hundredths. Next man across the line will be Shane. He's going to start his hot lap. Benny Boy has invalidated his current lap. He's going to have to hope he can put up one more. No, he's going to dive into the pits. That for him. Okay. Appreciate the correction there, Poea. Also, let me know how you pronounce your name. I got no clue. I'm just making a random guess here. Maddie coming through the second sector, turn 11 for him. Right on board with the Alfa Romeo. Both the Alfa Romeos are in trouble of getting eliminated in Q1 here. A 107.2 for Maddie through the first 2 sectors. Out of turn 13, down the penultimate straight. Third gear here, out on 4th on exit.
I thought he was coming into the pits there for a second.
To the line, it's a 129.2, it's P5.
Oh,
His teammate coming across the line to start his hot lap. Poea, just FYI, message my co-com if you want to message us and tell us these things. Or message us in the Twitch chat, Discord. Next man across the line looks to be Stygian again. Oh, no, he is coming into the pits. I was about to say. Shane, though, across the line. What can he do? It's a 29.3. It's P7 for the Ferrari. He looks to be safe.
Yep.
Crazy Fish out of the final corner. Opens the DRS to the line. It's a 29.0. It's P3 for the Red Bull.
Or Locker on a lap still.
Tornado crosses the line with 3 seconds to go. Jay Sleep puts up a 29.3. It's P8 for the Haas. Next man across the line will be Locker.
Can he get a little
Locker not finding a lot of time in the first sector. He's got to find a few tenths here. Right, he's got to find almost a whole second just to be safe. And that doesn't even include the fact that Tornado is on a lap. He crossed the line with 3 seconds to go.
It's lifted through there as well.
Yeah, he's up by 7/10 though. He's finding a good chunk of time. He's got to find some more though if he wants to make it into Q2. Down the penultimate straight, heading into the final corner.
He makes time out of this final corner.
What can the Alfa Romeo do? A little wide on the entry and exit. Opens the DRS into the line. Locker puts up a 29.7. It's not enough.
17.
We move.
And that is Q1 over, is it?
It should be, unless Tornado's looking to put up a lap. He is not. He is 11.7 seconds off in the first sector. He knows he's safe.
Yeah.
Maddie pulls into the pits and retires from the sessions. Shane looking to do the same. I assume everyone looking to do the same. So that should be the end of qualifying.
Q1.
Your driver's missing out. Slithering Me, RSF1 Locker, Benny Boy, Poyea, Arash Alonso. As my co-com has mentioned, the man on the top step for Q1, Alexander Demas, in the McLaren on a PC.
Yep. Probably expected, but his other PC competitor comes P8 in the session.
Yeah, so
Well, bottom 5 are Tornado, Slivering Me, Locker, Benny Boy, Poella, and Arash Alonso.
look at your top. From 17th up is separated by less than 0.8 of a second. This is a very close division. These guys are no slouches, I will tell you that much.
Yeah. 129.0.
Oh, yeah, I am saying it right. Okay, that's cool. Appreciate it. I'm glad I somehow knew how to pronounce that. Xander Boy says, I like my place. Where? I'm guessing you're Alexander Demas.
Yeah, that's what I said earlier.
I can see why you would like that.
Okay, through the Q2 now. Top end to go into the Q3 shootout if you don't know how it works.
Oh, trust me, I know how it works.
I was talking to the people watching.
Oh, okay, okay.
$17 of you.
Numbers should kick up by the race.
Yeah. Crazy Fishy and coming out now as well, the Irishman.
First bit out of the pits will be the Aston Martin of Breezy. Following in right behind him is the Williams of Stygian, along with Crazy Fish. We've got RSF1 Shane, Cornish, all out. Yellow in sector 1 already for Tornado.
Alexander and the other McLaren still in the pits and they had a good Q1 session. Alpha as well, looking to have a good race. Oh, and that is Shane who spawned. He spawned on turn 9, the entry to turn 9, and Cornish nearly hit him, but just about avoiding him.
Diane back.
That is Quirky.
So Stygian has overtaken Breezy on the outlap, so Stygian will be the first one to cross the line.
Yep, he's coming over the line to start his first flying lap of the Q2 session. Will he
I'll let you take the honors.
Gonna go into turn 1. Trying to get a good exit through here to go flat out onto the next part of the track. It's a good turn 1. Hits the apex and hits the overall apex as well. Now, big straight here. It's the have a good corner here and then go up into. Oh, don't know what I'm saying. Don't know the corner names either.
I don't know if any of the corners have names. Coming through turn 7. You want me to do it?
Yeah.
Fine if you do. Okay, out of turn 8. Full throttle, of course, into the double cornered hairpin downhill left-hander, blind basically, on the exit of turn 10, opens the DRS. Turn 11, touches the apex, 5th gear for this corner. Up to 6th already, getting the low revs, make sure he doesn't spin out the rear end. Full throttle through turn 12. The 107.7 through the first 2 sectors. Apex hits. 4th gear for turn 13. Coming down the penultimate straight. What can the Flying Dutchman do? Gear for turn 14 through turn 15. Opens the DRS one final time, and across the line he gets a 130.0. Breezy right behind a 29.4. Shane not too far behind them, a 129.8. It's P2 for him, so Stidgen definitely putting in a bit of a banker lap here. Crazy Fish, a 29.9. We move to Steffi, who's coming across the line now. And he's going to put up a 29.5. It's P2 for the Red Bull, 2 and 3 for them. Cornish definitely not putting up a hot lap. Definitely a banker there.
Yeah.
Genghis Logan with the exact same time as Paul. Wow.
That's a gain that's happened. Because
wow. And Tornado now takes pole by
just
over a full 10th. It's a 29.3 for the Alpine. His Alpine teammate coming across the line now, and he takes pole by about a 10th. It's a 29.2.
Very close lap times
Next
here.
man across the line, Grunty opens the DRS to the line. It's a 29.4, so we do not continue the trend there, but he takes P3. Jay Slee's the man we forgot. It's a 29.8 for him, but Alexander Demas, what is he? Oh my God! He takes pole by 8 tenths. By 8 tenths. Quirky, the next man across the line, and Stidgen coming in right behind him. Quirky coming across. They're going to be coming into the pit. Stidgen as well. He invalidated the lap.
He also lap. Eagle. Gets a corner there. Quirky into the pits. Manny on a lap as well. He had a good Q1 as he's coming down the street leading into the final corner, and he's at a lap time as good as his Q1 lap time with track evolution. It's invalidated. Backed out for this lap as well. Also forgot. Liam Fisher, 90, is gifting a tier 1 sub to RSF Racing's community. That's
nice.
Much appreciated. Tornado.
You're a real one for that, Liam. Good on you, mate.
Sure.
Yeah, I know Liam. He's a Div 5 driver like me. He's absolutely killing it in Div 5 too. He won the first 2 races in Spa. I think he finished like P4 in that race, P3.
Yeah, that is probably much appreciated by the owner of the Twitch account.
It's appreciated by every one of us, all of us streaming and commentating. Salute to you, Liam. As I'm riding along with Willem VD Shore. Willem.
No problem,
I'm just going to stick with Willem. Starting his hot lap now. Next man across the line will be Matty, but he's invalidated his lap. He doesn't have any ERS either. He might be pulling it in here. And he will. We've got a slow AlphaTauri. It is Cornish. He doesn't look like he's got any fuel left. It might be why he's going so slow here.
Luke Chip, I think it's hard to pronounce, or Luke Chip, I don't know, receiving the gift.
Luke JLP. Into me for some reason. Yeah.
Apparently accidentally gifted. I don't know if you can like refund or something. But
oh no, Willem! I just saw it. looking back up at the screen, he's spun. He's in the gravel. It looked like he had a purple sector 1. I'm not gonna check the time, actually.
Liam, I don't know if you want a refund for that, but I don't know if you can get a refund. You can talk to the owner of the channel, which I don't know who is the owner of the
I think
channel.
you'd have to talk to Twitch itself about that. But RSF1 Shane gonna start his hot lap coming through turn 1, down to first gear for him. Wow, that is definitely a risk to take. Turns 2 and 3 looks perfectly good. Coming down the straight, open the DRS. Third gear for turn 4. Turn 5, now 6, now 7. Oh, and he rides the curbs! Barely avoids the wall, though. So good news for the Ferrari. He did not hit the wall. He will not be out of the session, but he's definitely not going to feel great after that.
Drivers in the pits.
We moved to Crazy Fish coming towards the end of his first sector. It's a 28.6 for the Red Bull. He's up by over 3/10 on his last lap time.
Corky on a lap. Coming into the final corner.
Oh yeah, he's at the end of his.
Corky is going to come across the line. What can he do? It is going to be P2 the 1:28.7. Very good lap time by him.
But he's still 7/10 off.
3/10.
I mean, if we go to leader, he is a quarter of a second off of Demons.
Cornish has left the session. Is that disconnect? Hopefully
you're going to have to send him an invite for sure.
I'll send him an invite.
Says he's in the pits, but his AI is out on track. This could be very bad for people. I don't know what the AI level is, but judging by how slow he's going, uh-oh. Guys, someone's gonna have to watch out. Whoever's coming up, Slee, you better watch out on the exit of turn 4. Oh, and it's gonna completely ruin whoever's coming out on a hot lap across that. And Crazy Fish puts up a 29.3. It's P5 now for the Red Bull. Let me go back to the times that people are putting up. It's 29.3. It's P5, and Willem puts up a 29.89. It's P3 for the McLaren. It looks like a double podium so far for the McLaren, qualifying-wise anyway.
Yeah.
Crazy Fish does a good job avoiding him there. Willem, if you can hear me, you are going to want to avoid that AI.
It's William on a lap, yeah.
No, he just finished his hot lap. He might be on an in-lap now.
Okay, Crazy Fish, you see him? That's Cornish. Cornish is just on the track.
Yeah, it's Cornish's AI, because I don't think that's him, because he'd have been disqualified by now.
Yeah. Crazy Fish, he's backed out. Jace Lee, is he on a lap?
He is. He's on a hot lap right now. He's going to once again have to find a way to avoid that AlphaTauri.
Ooh.
Didn't look like it affected him too. Oh, but he invalidated not long after. That's unfortunate.
I don't think there's many, there's a yellow flag for Cornish either. So I don't think the drivers know that it's just sitting on track.
I'm pretty sure by now everyone knows.
Yes, very competitive, very close lap times here, but the top 3 is very spread out. 3 times between first and second at the minute. And Corky splitting the McLarens. If the
Honestly, if you take away the top 2, everyone else is behind by over 2/10 or more. Got a lot of people coming out on laps now. They're going to have to avoid that. Oh, wait. Crazy Fish just drove through him. He might be ghosted.
Cornish just joined back, but it's still weird. I I think it's just a bug. I don't think it's AI's act there. Yeah, everyone's just going through.
Yeah, Maddie went through him. Okay, so that Alpha Tauri stuck on the exit of turn 4 is a ghost car. It might not look like it, but it is. As Maddie goes way wide to get out of the way of the Williams of Stygian.
If McLaren can bring this PS into Q3 in the race, they're looking to have a good race.
Eagle starting his hot lap. So is Shane now. Your entire top 3 have retired in the pits. They are more than confident that they have got the lap they need.
Cornish has joined back, but his AI is still on the track.
Crazy Fish on a hot lap, but he's invalidated his lap. Crazy Fish has got one more chance to cross the line and put up a lap.
People are going through him, but it doesn't look like he's going to, but like people are going through him, and some people are just avoiding him. So it looks like
yes, you can go through him. He is a ghost car. He may not look like it, but he is a ghost car. I've seen at least 2 drivers go through him partially and not, you know, die.
I watched a couple of Crazy Fish retired. Is that on track? That is on track, I think. No, it's not. It's in the pits.
No, he retired in the pits, and my kids are going nuts behind me. Just ignore it.
23 people now.
I'll try to,
the
but
stream.
it's kind of hard.
Maddie, can you get out of the bottom track? He's on a hot lap.
He's the only man who has yet to put up a lap.
Stygian as well on a lap. Shane 6 hands up on his lap coming out of the final corner.
Eagle is the next guy to come across the line. What can he do? It's P3.
Staffy
and
well,
Shane. Shane crosses the line. It's P5 for him. Quali is over. We're moving on to Steffi. Let me know who the next guy. Actually, the next guy is Breezy. He's the only Aston Martin in this session.
Stygian 3 hands up on his lap now in the final sector, I think.
And Steffi puts up a 28.6.
Now he's on a pretty fast lap.
It's 28.8 for him.
Stygian 8
And
hands up on his lap.
29.2. It's P9 for the Williams. Crazy Fish is now P10. He's only got one.
Stygian
Oh no!
Fast lap. Stygian sits a 128.8.
Crazy Fish is out. Jengis is out. Grunty is P6. The Alfa Romeo of Maddie, the next man across the line. No, he doesn't put up a time. I think he knew it wasn't good enough. Jay Slee also pulls into the pits.
Tornado now coming across the line, but I don't think he's improved.
He may have. Opens the DRS across the line. It's a 28.7 and P4 for the Alpine. Cornish is out because of the AI. The AI absolutely binned him. It was such an unfortunate end for him in this session.
Hello,
Simba, how are you doing, my guy?
My controller batteries are low. I'm going to change them.
And I saw a driver go straight, a AI, I have to assume, go straight through Cornish as if he wasn't there. That's an unfortunate scene.
Eagle. Slim.
So, the 5 men leaving in this session. Cornish, Jengis, Logan, Crazy Fish, Jay Slee, and Maddie. Unfortunate for those 5 to be leaving the session.
I am gonna go get a drink. I'll be back in like 2 minutes.
Once again, Alexander Demas puts up a 28.4, 2/10 over everybody. He probably could have put up a much better time if he wanted to. After Demas, you've got Steffi, Quirky, Tornado, Stygian, Breezy, Grunty, Eagle, Willem, and Shane. Your top 10. Who do you think is going to be on pole at the end of the session, and how much will Demas get that pole? Station will be the first man out of the pits. Following him is the Aston Martin of Breezy, followed by Quirky Turtle. You have to practice. Come on, Timmy. You got to get on your A game now. We got to be able to, you and I got to be able to score some more points here. To be fair, I've done very little practice compared to what I normally do. I've done like I said earlier in the stream, like 3, maybe 4 hours of practice for this track because I've been playing F1 Manager so much.
I am back for the Q3 session.
Perfect timing because Stygian is about to start the first hot lap of this session. Benny Boy is back in the session. That is good to see.
It's up.
Very long run down to turn 1 as he comes in now. Good apex there for him. Up to 4th gear already for turn 2. Turn 3 opens the DRS on the exit. We got a yellow. I believe it is the Tornado, I believe, getting out of the way of drivers. Turn out on the exit of turn 4 for Stygian. Across the line for the first sector, it's 28.7. Turn 7 now. Into turn 8, it's down to 2nd gear. On the exit, he'll be in 3rd.
Coming down to turn 10, he keeps it tidy through there. It's now on the straight. Breaks the 100 meter board, takes the apex. Now coming into the 3rd sector now. Through here flat out and down onto the straight. It's 107.4 after the first 2 sectors. Come down now on the penultimate straight to come lead to the final corner and up to the lane. Keeps it tidy through there, nails the apex. What will he start? The first lap time in the Q3 session. To 129.4 from Stygian. Good lap time by him.
28.5 for Breezy. Wow. Corky puts him at 28.6. 1/1000th off of Breezy. Wow. Next men across the line are going to be Grunty and I believe Eagle. Grunty gets a 28.8 and no, Tornado is the guy behind him. Tornado starting his hot lap now. We move on to the McLarens. The McLaren, I should say, of Demas. Demas is almost at the end of his hot lap. Willem has yet to start his hot lap. He's about to, though. Oh, Tornado's crashed out. Across the line, Demas is going to put up a 28.5. It is pole again for the McLaren. We're going to go along with Willem to see if he can see what happened to Tornado. He may have crashed right where he crashed exactly where Mazepin crashed in his great rookie debut. Steffi across the line, it's a 29.3 for the Ferrari P5. And Eagle across the line, it's a 29.5. Next man across the line and put up a lap time, I assume, will be Willem.
Tornado,
time will
he's
tell.
retired. Is that on track?
He crashed, actually, out of turn 3.
It's unfortunate for him. He'll be starting P10 as well. Is that one?
Unless the
He's
two
on
guys behind him,
straight now.
Shane and Willem, do not put up a lap time.
Oh, Willem now is in the final turn coming across the corner, so he is going to start up there. He is looking good. The McLaren's there. And
And it's
he goes up to
P2.
P2.
It's a McLaren
Good,
front
good
row
showing
lockout.
from McLaren today.
Certainly is. 28.5 again.
Breezy, the only one, and Breezy and Quirky, good difference in there. 1,000 over a second.
Everyone now in the pits except
Still in
Willem, who
pits.
did his hot lap much later than the rest.
He come into the pits. Shane, the one not that a lap apart from tornado, he has crashed. Remember Shane come out of the garage to set his lap. I'd come out now if I was Shane because he has spun it a couple of times and he could end up spinning it and not getting a good lap in. I think Shane's got the setup right, or else, like, just not used to the traction yet.
Or maybe, and here's an idea, maybe he just needs to take a leak. I would guess that's why he has yet to come out of the pits. Just my personal guess, of course.
He's out on track. No one, everyone's in the pit too far, so after everyone set their lap apart from Shane, Tornado, Alexander Demas on pole position, provisional pole with a 128.5, and closely followed his teammate by 16 milliseconds. I don't know what that is. I believe it's hundreds. Ferrari coming out now. Is that Shane?
It's got to be Shane. He's the only one who's yet to put up a lap. It is Shane.
Oh. Why was your message like sounds good in chat?
Well, I gotta say, for Shane to be putting up his final lap of the session, or his only lap of the session, it's a bit early.
Yeah, wait for the track to ramp up. Hopefully it doesn't mess it up. She's a good commentator and does a lot for the servers and admin.
I was gonna say, from what I know, he's one of the main admins in this league.
Yeah.
Him, Muddy Biscuit, and Camo, I think, are like the three main
Locker, I think, is
admins that I can think of.
I think Locker might be one.
I think he is too. I'm not gonna say for sure, but I'm pretty sure he is. I see him talk a lot in this server. Cornish, of course.
Yeah. When will we start to see
Another
people
man is
coming out?
finally
Eagle?
coming out. We've got
Eagle coming
Eagle. Seems a bit early
Yeah,
though.
that's
No one else is
coming.
coming out. Oh
Oh,
no!
sorry,
Check that,
Steffi.
Steffi.
She will be forced across the line. This is the final sector now.
Let's say unless he just pulls to a full stop and waits a whole minute.
Yeah, he's coming in the final
Into the
quarter to
final
set
corner
his
now.
first and final lap time in this Q3 section.
Shane, Muddy, Cornish, Camo, Grunty. Yeah, okay. Okay, so I was right. How are you doing, Hunt? It's been a while since I've seen you in the chat or the Discord or anywhere.
Yeah. I've never seen him before, to be honest.
Well, you're still pretty new compared to me.
Yeah, I only joined like before the season started. like a month before
Yeah,
the
I
season
joined at
started.
the beginning of last season, and I did commentary for like the second round of last year at Imola.
It's on his fan lap.
That he is. He's coming out of turn 8 now. Got a lot of people coming out. The only man still in the garage is Willem.
He usually spins it right here.
Actually, no, he's on his
so
outlap
he's looking
now.
to have a good lap. There's a car in front of him. He's looking to get out of the way. Has got out of the way. That is the S01.
Hopefully for Shane, he can get a toe off of his teammate Steffi on this final straight.
I
Steffi
think he's
can get a toe off of
far
him on the main
behind.
straight. Well, let's look at Steffi. He's starting to slow down now. He's warming up the tires.
Shane
But he's
now
going a little
is
too
on
fast,
the
so he's not going to get the toe.
straight. Can he keep the final corner tidy and looking like a solid lap from Shane? Again in the top 5.
Could be. Opens DRS into the line. It's a 28.9. It's P6 for the Ferrari.
And his teammate as well in the first sector, Staffy. Can he beat his teammate? Eagle as well.
Got
in
Eagle will be the
second
next
sector.
man to cross the line, though. He's coming down the third and final DRS straight.
Breezy has just started his lap as well, along with Stygian. They're both in the first sector. We are on board with. We are on board with Eagle.
106.7 for the Alpine.
Up on his lap. 6 tenths would put him P6 with Shane.
The final
Can
corner
he
is
gain much
now.
time out of the final corner? Push for top 5.
Session is over
Those-
now, and it's a 28.6. It's P5 for Eagle. Next man across the line will be Steffi. He's coming to the end of Sector 2. It's a 106.7.
Alexander
It's up by
Dimas has also
3/4 of a
started his
second.
lap. He's 2 tenths. Alex Dimas 2 tenths
Shane
up on his
spun.
lap.
He's going to have to get out of the way real quick for Breezy. He does so. Back to Steffi
Alexander
coming
3
into the
tenths
final
up on his
corner
lap.
now.
He's going up to turn 10. Can he keep it valid? He does keep it invalidated.
28.5. He's P3 though. Move to Breezy. He's up by almost 2 tenths in the first 2 sectors. What can he do in this final sector?
Did you come out of the last corner? Can he push for pole position?
It's 28.5 again. Still P3. Stygian
And that's
across the line, and he
Stygian.
takes pole.
Stygian takes perfect pole, but Alexander, he is 2 tenths up on his lap time.
Quirky takes pole. It's a 28.1. Quirky with an absolutely monster lap.
Alexander coming out of
Grunty
the final corner now. He's up on his
28.4.
lap time. Can he take pole position back? He's looking likely to do it. He doesn't though.
No, it's a 28.4.
What happened to him in the final sector?
Teammate across the line does not improve. He was down on his time by 2 seconds.
So who's on pole?
If I'm going to be honest,
Quirky on pole
seeing
position.
how Demas did in the first 2 qualifying sessions, he may not have wanted to put up a better time, or he would have been moved up for sure.
He was like 3 tenths up on his lap time in the first sector. And in the
But
second
Quirky
sector,
with an absolutely monster lap, over a quarter of a second ahead of Stygian. We've got 2 Flying Dutchmen in Div 2 now, with Stygian P2, P3 Demas, P4 Grunty, followed by Willem, Breezy, Steffi, Eagle, Shane, and unfortunately Tornado did not get to put up a lap time due to his wreck early in Q3.
But the highlight of Q3
That is your top 10.
the Britishman Quirky on pole position, beating his other British pals, who came 6th and 7th.
Certainly, Quirky has been a very fast driver in qualifying
That's
all season so
McLaren.
far.
McLaren, 2 and 3 qualifying, good from them. Rally lap indeed from Quirky. Quirky seemed to have some fans. Okay.
So your
Wait.
entire grid, everyone looks to be on the mediums except Crazy Fish and P13 on the softs, and Arash Alonso also on the softs.
gonna take like what, a minute or two to get into the game now as people put on their setups and wait for the lobby host to, or the division head, I don't know what one it is, to give the ready up sign.
Got a lot of chatter going on in the Discord.
Well, Quirky isn't able to see Stygian, that's probably what happened in qualifying there.
Oh, looks like we're going to start now.
That is a
Someone may have readied up too soon.
Desync bug for Quirky.
If you can you send Benny Boy an invite? I do not have the time to do it, and it looks like our session's going to start now. I don't think we've turned on Formation Lap. I could be wrong. We're going to find out right here and now. No, 2, 3, 5 red lights. And it's lights out and away we go here for the Bahrain Grand Prix. Doesn't look like Quirky got a great start. Stygian with a much better start off the line. He gets P1 into turn 1 now. We got a lot of position changing here. We got some guys losing a lot of positions on the start. And we got yellows in the back of Rush Alonso slow to start. Steffi has spun off and he's got wing damage. And he's beached. He's got to find a way to get out. I think it's much better to take the 10-second penalty than to just be disqualified immediately. Maddie now off. Doesn't look like he's going to be out of the race, though. Let me see the tires here. Stygian made this risk to go into soft, so that explains the start he's had. An absolutely monumental start from the Flying Dutchman. And now he's got... Oh, we got a lot of contact in the back. Looked like Locker and Cornish got together a little bit. And the McLaren's got P2 and P3. The man who started up... What is happening to Quirky? Quirky's all the way down in P11. He's got to make sure no one's behind him, and Cornish is off now. He's getting the worst camera angles, and Quirky gets a 10-second penalty for exceeding track limits. It has gone from bad to worse for the Mercedes driver. Wow. The man who qualified on pole, and he is pretty much out of it now. He's in the pits. Back to the front. Stygian still increasing his lead. He's up to 1.7 seconds now. Your biggest mover up the field so far looks like Poella and Locker both gaining 7 spots on the first lap. Your biggest loser on this first lap is Quirky, 19 spots, all the way from P1, from first to worst. We got a yellow. It looks like it's for Cornish. He's spun on the exit of turn 4. He gets it going again. This could be another week of attrition for the AlphaTauri driver of Cornish. But I gotta say, if Alexander Debus is a reserve driver for Div 2, he might end up getting... What's going on? Okay, hold on a second. Okay. So I don't think I've been talking for the last 2 minutes or so, but apparently I got kicked out of the party. I don't know what's going wrong, but Stygian getting an absolutely monster advantage on the field, but Demas now on mediums is putting up a faster lap time. I gotta say it, boys. This dude might very well be a Div 1 driver, and I don't think it's much of a question. I think it's just a matter of where he'd be in Div 1. Yeah, I don't know what happened, Muddy. Like, I got kicked out of the party. He got kicked out of the party. I'll try to... someone tell Connor to join my party. It's joinable. The account is RSF1 comms. Audio has been perfect the whole time, or in the last like minute and a half? Because I just made the audio, I just remade the party. Back to Stygian. He's still got a good lead, but Demas is starting to reel him in a little. Jay Slee all the way down to P20 now. I'm guessing he must have switched off his mediums. All right, I've got like 20 seconds to do this. All right, hopefully he'll join off of that. If not, then that's a rip. Getting real dark outside. I'm a little worried my power is going to go out because the electrical grid at where I live is booty cheeks. It's the nicest way I could put it. Did you get kicked out of the party?
It said you left me, but I was commentating pretty well there as well. And then it's just, I didn't know they couldn't hear me.
Yeah, Muddy told me that he couldn't hear either of us because
and that's
I left the party. We got a yellow. It's for Eagle.
Tornado. And Quirky.
No, Tornado, I think may have just lost a spot.
Quirky's a desync bug, and the pole sitter's now in P19. He can't see anyone.
That's unfortunate. Yeah, he's way back.
Yeah, he's got a bug. He can't see anyone.
Ugh.
And he has probably ruined people's races as well. And Staffy as well. He's done a P18. Stygian though, he's back inside the DRS back inside the DRS range of Alexander. He did pull a big gap on the first lap there.
Oh yeah, no, I know. I was here the whole time. I just didn't realize the party crashed.
The top four all pretty close together, but Breezy has dropped back a bit, and is outside of DRS.
Crazy Fish has dropped on Breezy as well. Oh, we got yellows again. It's Tornado this time.
And Shane.
Oh, and Shane. Oh.
And that's his,
wait for them to start.
The Mercedes.
And it looks like Tornado got a massive speeding penalty, and he's going to retire from the session.
I mean, he could have got a safety car. Grunty up into P3.
Yep, Grunty makes the move on
side
Willem.
By side. Grunty keeps the lead. Going down now. Yeah, Grunty seems to have kept that position for now. But Willem will go for that move on this next straight down after turn 10. But will they get past?
Certainly will.
Isn't too long. Will he go for a move now? He's got plenty of ERS. He's a bit too far back on the straight, but he should get him on the main straight, hopefully. Breezy still dropping back a bit, and Stygian now has dropped down to 4/10 with an Alexander. He did a mighty first lap, the Flying Dutchman.
Well, we've got Flying Dutchmen now with these two.
It's Alexander
These
Dutch.
two have pulled out almost 3 seconds on Grunty. Yes, he is.
They've got their own and Stygian's coming into the pits now. Oh, no, never mind. I thought he was...
No, he just tried to fake him out or perhaps break the toe.
He faked me out.
The camera angle I got made it look like he went into the pits. I didn't think he did, though, because he wasn't slowing down at all.
Willem did go for a move on Grunty there, but Grunty held the position. Good defense by him. They've kept it clean so far in this battle. It looks like it's going to be a good battle for the rest of this race, as Willem's still up his gearbox.
There we go. Can we just stay in this camera angle for the whole race, please? Let's just have the helicopter watch over. This would be real nice.
If Willem can stay close to Grunty,
continuing to reel in Stygian. Got a yellow in sector 1. It's for Cornish.
It's for Locker. And the
Any boys left this set? Yeah, looks like she's gone off.
It's Locker and Poya. I don't know how to pronounce his name, but they have had an incident. Stewards would most likely look at that one if it is reported. Stygian still keeping the gap between him and
now
Alexander.
Now we've got Slither and me, who looks like he may have just cut the hairpin.
That is very unlucky for Corky. He was starting on pole, he had a desync bug, and then was down to P20 at one stage, and has a penalty, 10-second time penalty. Crazy Fish though, Irishman up in P6, been a good race from him so far. Shane, he's been involved in a couple of incidents, but here's Grunty, and has been overtaken by Willem into turn 1. I did not catch that. But Grunty's still looking to go for a move. He's got DRS, but he's a bit far back. He's looking to get DRS on the main straight here, so he can keep the position. And Eagle and Genghis Logan has just been in a bit of a battle, and Eagle's overtaken him. Shane as well up the back of them. Can he get involved and make it a freeway fight? But still, the gap up front is 5/10. Still doing a really good job to keep off Alexander here. Will it be a Dutch 1-2? And a good show from McLaren as well, 2 and 3. Is there any battles going on?
Got a call. Well, mostly just the front two. The front two, the two right behind them.
They've been having a fight.
So it appears they have. It looks like it's going to be a three-way fight between him, Genghis, Logan, and Shane. Top two back on the main stage, and once again trying to break the toe.
Grunty, he's a bit far back. He won't be able to go for a move in this lap, but if he stays hooked in, he might be able to. As Willem doesn't have the greatest turn 1, still get a better exit than Grunty. Grunty go for a move in this straight, he's a bit far back.
Still too far back, Grunty a little too far back as well. We're going to move on with Genghis, Eagle, and Shane. See if anything can happen between these three.
Eagle also far back. Genghis flashing though, he is low on the ERS.
As is Eagle. I think Shane right now is just happy to be getting pulled along by these two.
Yeah, he hasn't had the best start to the race. Alexander has DRS instead.
He hasn't dropped any spots, so he's right where he started.
He has been
I think he's just content with where he's at. He may have, I don't know,
Eagle go for a move on
that.
the straight. Eagle still a bit far back as Genghis got a better exit.
That he did.
Williams with a good race.
Genghis is on the hard tires, so Eagle knows he's got to get ahead of him now. Still no safety car for this race. I'm a little surprised, and I'm also pretty happy with how clean these guys have been. Oh, Stidgen pits. 8 laps on those softs, and he's into the pits now.
Like I said, over Dutchman, the current lead, but Stidgen with the net lead at the minute. Stidgen, where will he come out? Will he have traffic? He's going under the hard tires.
On the hards. He's got to hope that he's not in traffic, although he's going to hemorrhage time on his outlap. Remember, these hard tires takes a lot for them to heat back up.
He's going to come out behind Bonnie. Oh, and there's...
these two are
he's
fighting
coming out
for
Blocker and the Haas side by side.
Oh, these two. Decent bit of contact between
hopefully
them.
Doesn't get held up by them.
He might not. He might drop back. Slither and me is going to have a good chance to catch up to him, to be honest.
Stidgen weaving on the straight. Warm up those hard tires. They can be very, very cruel on the first opening laps on those tires.
Certainly will be. Steffi is also pitting.
When we will see
got
the current
position swap between Breezy and Grunty. Breezy gets ahead of the AlphaTauri.
Yep. What a Breezy.
It's going to be a three-way fight now for P2 as Willem is 6 seconds back on his teammate.
Grunty will probably go for a move on the straight here.
I don't know if he wants to go for it now. He'll just hold himself and Breezy up.
On the main straight, he will have the DRS and probably go for the move. He's past the DRS detection, so he will have it now on this straight. Will he be close enough to go for a move though, as Will breaks the slipstream?
Well, no, because Breezy's also got DRS. You got to remember,
Yes, I forgot about that there. 6-second gap now between first and second. Stygian and Alexander have had a good tow along there, and they've pulled a big gap between themselves. Willem now though is the one who's vulnerable to Breezy.
We got a
and maybe
yellow.
Monty.
It's for Locker and both of the Alfa Romeos, Locker and Maddie.
They've had an incident here. That was that.
Yeah, not what you want to see. The Alfa Romeo teammates getting together on the track.
Eagle and Logan, I think, going out at the most of the race. Logan now pulling sort of a gap. But Alexander still leaving the race. Yet the box though as the race leader before that Stygian. He's boxed onto the hard, so he might come up
He's going
behind
to the end
because
for
the hards
sure.
are small, slow. Yeah. Well, he boxed what, like lap 8? Yeah, he can go like 21 laps on those.
Dimas still not pitting. He's on the mediums. You can go about 12 laps on the mediums.
Yeah, he should
least.
box next to the lap after.
I've
It's an
got gap to the
interesting
leader
race so
right now
far.
up because Stygian, if he closes that gap to less than 25 seconds before Dimas pits, Dimas is going to be in a bit of an awkward spot.
A safety car would be very, very beneficial for Dimas.
I think it would be beneficial for anyone still running on the hards from the beginning.
Shane now still looking to get in the battle with Eagle and Logan. As them three are all still very close together. Any other battles going on?
Check back with this later on. Stygian just outside the DRS of Poea.
They are not battling though, as Stygian has his box and on 2 different strategies.
Certainly are.
So if Puera was being smart, he wouldn't battle Stygian. He'd let
Got
it
a nice
pass and maybe
helicopter
get a
view
tow
yet again.
with those dead medium tires.
I don't think the tires are going to feel dead right now. It's only 10 laps. They're definitely going to feel worse. That's for sure. Dead, not quite. Also depends on your setup. Some people run very aggressive setups on their tires and ends up killing their tires pretty early.
Is Breezy close enough now to Willem on the main straight to make a move into turn 1? He's getting the slipstream off them. He's
Certainly
closing.
looks like it.
Is he going to go for a move into turn 1? He's looking at the...
Certainly, no,
Bit
he
far
backed
back.
out.
I think he... Oh, and he's hit
Oh, he
him!
bumped
and
him, he bumped him,
spun
he's
Willem.
lost the rear end.
I will clip that for the streets.
Oh, and it's side by side through turns 2 and 3. He's going to have the
Still
DRS
side
though,
by
so
side.
Breezy should be able to get it, but
Has
Willem's
Breezy
using
got
the
wind damage
ERS.
from that? No, I don't think it has.
probably not, no. Shane is now in the pits. He is onto the hards.
With Grunty as well looking to get involved in this fight. As these
Oh, yeah,
three
he's
are
right
very
on their
close.
gearbox now. These two, Breezy and Grunty, can both smell what everyone had for breakfast right now. Willem, I would say, is going to have to start burning his ERS if he wants to stay in front of both of these two.
Yeah, Alexander, when will he come in and see if he is ahead of Stygian?
Cornish with a 3-second time penalty.
I don't think it really affect him anyways. He's not into the top 10, is he? No, he's in the top 10 at the minute.
Currently, your only 3 drivers with penalties are
Maddie, Cornish,
Maddie,
and
Cornish,
Courtney.
and Quirky. 6
Quirky
for Maddie,
got-
3 Cornish, and 10 for Quirky. And Willem's into the pits. Willem is going to do the undercut on these guys.
It's going on to the hard tires. I believe.
Grunty's also on the... I have to assume they're going onto the hards. If you're trying to go onto the softs or another set of mediums, you're going to
Yeah,
be
the
in a
hard
very
tires for Willem.
strange spot.
Will he come out ahead of Stygian?
Grunty also on the hards.
Stygian does
excuse
get
me.
ahead of them both.
Slither and me spun. Oh! All of
What
them
is
take
it?
evasive action and they keep
Oh,
going.
3 wide in the turn 1 with Cornish. Oh, and Cornish is just zoomed past him. There were 3 wide
He
at one
does. He
point.
gets both of them, and he's P9 now for the AlphaTauri. But now Cornish is going to have to fend off the attackers of Maddie and Alonso.
Any other battles?
And we got a yellow again. This time is for Quirky.
Hit. I think his tires are quite hot. Quirky's had a horrible race here with his desync.
So he has
Jace Lee going for
not
a
at all
move
the
on
race he was
Locker.
looking for.
Locker and Jace Lee step side.
Oh, they're still side by side. This is going to hemorrhage their time on this lap. Back to your race leader, Alexander Demas in the pits. Breezy's going to dive in as well. Crazy Fish does not dive into the pits. He stays out. Crazy Fish is going to take the lead for now. Jenkins Logan, of course, he's staying out. He's on very old
get
hards.
ahead of Alexander though? That is a question because he was the race leader.
I don't think he's going to. He's going to catch up by a lot though.
Will the race leaders?
Got Poyea hitting.
Those tires will be cold for Alexander.
But yeah, Alexander, like I said, he's not gonna pass him in the pits, but he's definitely gonna catch up.
Milo,
Tires are much hotter.
Corky does have a desync bug, so I don't think he will bring it home. He's spamming the hydrate at the moment. He was on pole position, Corky, but
another spin for Quirky.
This is
just a tough day for him. Not the day he was looking for here.
That's so lucky with desync punch, but Grunty now
Quirky speeds in the pits, and that might be it for him.
He's going for a switchback.
And it is. He is.
Get a move on the straight with DRS here. He will have DRS. Will he go for a move? That's the question. Oh, and he loses the car there.
Oof.
Doesn't get
Yeah, Grunty's not going to be able to fight him on this lap.
But Willem now up the back of Grunty. As well. Is that yeah. Slivering was having an effect of Eagle there. Eagle overtakes Slivering. Alexander and stood up in the P2 and 3 with Logan yet to pit. The battle now between Grunty, Willem and Breezy it's getting good here. In the turn 1 they're all very close together. Willem up Grunty's gearbox. Did not quite get the move but was very close. But Grunty now is side by side with Breezy through the corner. He gets
and
a
he's
move.
going to get it.
Beautiful overtake, but
Breezy's going to look for the switchback.
And they're going to go up the hill now, side by side, little bit wheel banging. Oh! And go on. But Willem as well trying to get involved. As Willem now is going for a move on Grunty, doesn't quite get it as Grunty gets a better exit. Grunty's still focused on Breezy as well now. He has DRS on Breezy. Breezy very vulnerable through the straight. Willem as well.
Finally.
By Grunty.
Oh boy, lightning.
Breezy, is he going for a move on, or is Grunty going for a move on Breezy yet? No. Waiting for the main straight, which will get DRS and should get it done.
That was loud thunder.
Ultimate straight now. They got in the main straight for Grunty. They'll be looking forward to have DRS. But the gap between Stygian now and Alexander is now 2.3 seconds with Logan in first but yet to box.
Yep.
He has been on the hards since lap 1.
That he has. He's going to have to hope for something massive here.
He's still not got moves done on Breeze.
Never mind, I don't think he touched him. Got close, but I don't think Willem got him there.
It's now lap 16:29. There's still a long way to go in this race,
Oh,
but Grunty
Grunty
goes for a
looked
move. He
for the
doesn't get the
inside. He
best.
didn't get it. Almost
Willem
got
now has
squeezed.
a run on him. Willem has had a run on him, but doesn't quite get it done as the corners does break it. But
No, Willem, I think, bumped into the back of him a little bit on the exit, and that's why he couldn't get a run on him. Any run he could have had is definitely got killed in its tracks. Look out of the back of... Oh, we got a yellow. It's for
Far
Steffi.
back for Breezy now. Steffi, what's happened to him?
We believe
Shane?
lost.
Shane
No, it's not
off
him.
the
It's
track.
Shane. I saw Steffi lose a place, and I thought it was him. Breezy might be breathing a little bit better with Grunty dropping back. Not a lot, just a bit
Logan
back.
now is coming into the pits.
That he is. So that's
Alexander
going to give the
will be
lead
leading the
back to
race.
Alexander.
With 2.6 second gap to station.
So this fight between Breezy and Grunty now is for P3.
Corpse, what is a warning check?
Genghis.
Yeah. Corpse is
out of the
asking for you
pits,
to put up the
right?
warnings.
Not me. You have to do it. You're the co-com.
But like, you know, go race director and tell them. Okay, I'll do it. Incidents.
Genghis comes out P8 on the medium, so he could be in a very good spot here for good points. He's going to have to hope he doesn't get overtaken by Eagle, who's right behind him in the DRS, too. Slither and me not far out of that either. Cornish and Steffi fighting for P16 right now. Oh, and Poirier has lost it.
Cork's currently
Coming back out
over
on the track. I don't know if he'll get a
no
penalty for
warnings.
that, but
The top 5 have no warnings at the minute. I'll
no
keep you
warnings for the
updated
top
on
5.
that.
That is nuts. Willem has dropped back a little bit, but he's still sticking with these guys. I just think he's realized he doesn't want to be on their gearbox in case something bad happens. Giving himself a little distance. Grunty, though, is trying very aggressively trying to get back P3.
He has a slipstream, but I don't think he'll be close enough going into turn 1. No.
Maddie in the pits now. There's still got a few guys here that need to pit. Slither and me has yet to pit. He's actually the last guy that needs to pit, I believe. That he is.
It'd be really
and
interesting
Arash
if there's a
Alonso.
safety car. The leaders.
Maddie, of course, will be coming back out onto the mediums. Comes back out on track. He's going to be right behind Cornish and Steffi.
This battle between Breezy and Grunty is still there. It'll probably go until the end of the race.
Certainly
but
will,
Grunty
unless somebody
probably saving up
spins.
his Grunty probably saving up his ERS as he does have the DRS too. So the last couple of laps we probably will see a Grunty push and the Willem push. So, you know, their ERS, but Breezy will have little ERS as he's been defending for most of this race.
Yeah. Willem, Grunty, and Breezy, they have not been by themselves at any point in this race. They have been fighting either to hold people off or for a position. We've got another yellow.
Shane.
Yep.
Shane again, he's went off. It's not a
I
good
don't know
day
if
for
he's locked
him.
up. He may have lost control of the car. Meanwhile, Dean
Anyway,
is
back
still
to the
holding about
battle
a
with
2.6 second
Grunty.
lead over Stygian.
Will Willem go for a move on Grunty into turn 1? Bit
No.
far back, doesn't quite get it. But he go. Ooh, he had a switch back line there. Is there any battles on track at the moment?
Besides P3 and P5, we've also got Jagus and Eagle. Eagle looking to catch up and pass the Williams. I don't know if he's going to be able to, though. Jagus being on the pretty new mediums, I should say. Currently your fastest lap of the race belonging to the McLaren of Demas. You've got to think, if Demas wins his race, you got to think he's going to definitely be moved up. I mean, he has absolutely dominated this race outside of the first few laps where Stigen had the lead. In fact, until
Yeah, great race
Stigen
from
pitted,
him as
he
a
had the
reserve.
lead. Certainly.
But then you can't really just take someone's seat off them.
No, but he'll be, if he's fast enough and if he just keeps his lead the way he has, he's definitely going to be moved up. I mean, Stigen started on softs and Demas was still just as fast as Stigen.
3 seconds a gap now as well.
And 2.93 to 2.8 range.
Currently no battles at the moment.
No.
It's a pretty quiet race at the moment.
I wouldn't say quiet is. I wouldn't say it's quiet, but it's definitely the amount of energy and excitement is not going nuts. Steffi takes fastest lap.
Steffi with a new faster lap. Arash now in the pits again. What's happened to him?
I think his tires were just dead. I think his tires went off and he needed a new set, and he goes on to a set of mediums for the end. Can't go onto the softs yet. It's a little too early.
Really good for Stigen here.
I think a safety car would have to come out right after Demas has passed the pit lane for anyone to be able to make an advantage out of that. I mean, because right now it looks like this is a guaranteed win.
Yellow flag sector 2
for Demas. I mean, he is just absolutely pulling away. It's Poea again. Started off the race pretty well, but since she's fallen back a good bit.
Buddy Biscuit speaking facts as usual.
Save pace, yeah, roughly.
Cornish now with a 3-second time penalty.
Another one for him.
Top 10. He's had a couple of penalties so far. Not a great race from him either. With his bug in qualifying P11 as AI just stopped on track.
Steffi with yet another fastest lap. He's starting to really push those hards. Try to see how much he can get out of them. No, Steffi.
Eagle bidding their time in P for a move soon.
Yeah, because towards the end of this race, Jengis' tires are going to die off, so Eagle, I think, is just trying to stick with the Williams of Jengis before he finally makes a move.
Still within a second, Grunty off Breezy. This has been a highlight battle of the race so far.
That it has. Larkin could be on for points, especially with Slytherin still to pit. He certainly could be. I mean, he's already P10 right now, so as long as he just keeps his pace and everything going the way it has been, he should be fine. Demas now puts